Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to crack open a very popular online promise, the idea that you can become a millionaire with a YouTube channel powered entirely by AI without ever even showing your face.
So, let's just get right to it. This is the big question, isn't it? It's a pretty incredible promise, the kind that taps into a huge dream. But is this a real-deal blueprint for wealth, or is it just a fantasy?
And here it is. This is the hook. $1 million a month without showing your face. I mean, that's a number so big and a method so easy that it's designed to make you stop whatever you're doing and pay attention. So let's dive into how they say this actually works.
Okay, part 1, the AI promise. It all kicks off with that huge $1 million claim. So how do they make this dream feel, tangible? Well, the blueprint points to existing AI channels, and it highlights their potential top-end earnings. By throwing out numbers as high as $1.3 million a month, it starts to frame this whole thing not as a wild fantasy, but as a reality that some people are supposedly already living. And this slide right here is where the persuasion really kicks into high gear. The source creates this really stark contrast between a traditional, totally respectable salary, like an engineer in India, and the just exponential, life-changing income they claim is possible with AI. That comparison is specifically designed to make the normal 9-to-5 path feel slow and really limiting.
And the framing here is so important. They don't present AI as just another tool. Oh no, it's a fundamental wealth shift. That language is really deliberate. It's designed to trigger that powerful fear of missing out, suggesting that if you don't get on board right now, you're going to regret it later.
Part 2, the automation framework. Okay, so after that big promise, here's how they explain that it's all even possible in the first place.
The whole argument really rests on these 3 pillars. First, automation. You don't have to be creative. The AI handles it. Second, scalability. You can make way more content without doing way more work. And third, the low-cost model. It promises a huge return because you get rid of all the expensive stuff like cameras and studios.
But, frameworks and pillars can be a little abstract. So to make it feel real, they introduce us to Rohan. His story is that classic hero's journey that makes the whole process feel personal and, more importantly, achievable. He starts small, and 6 months later, he's got financial freedom.
And then we get this, a little touch of humor to build a connection. This imagined conversation with a skeptical mom, it just makes the whole high-tech idea of earning with AI feel way more down to earth and human. It's a really clever way to build some rapport.
Okay, part 3, the AI blueprint. So we've covered the why, and now the strategy moves on to the how, a simple 4-step guide.
They take this whole complex process of creating a video and, bam, break it down into these 4 simple-looking steps. This structure is so key because it makes the really daunting task of starting a YouTube channel feel methodical and, honestly, pretty easy to follow.
And then the blueprint gives you an actual list of tools. This isn't just theory anymore, it's a shopping list. They're naming names, ChatGPT, Leonardo, which makes the whole plan feel really concrete and something you could start doing right now.
And the toolkit just keeps on going for the production side of things. They recommend specific AI for your voiceovers, your visuals, even animation. This just reinforces that central idea. Every single part of traditional video making, from acting to editing, can now be handed off to an AI.
But right when you think you've got the complete plan, they hit you with a cliffhanger. This is such a classic technique. It implies that the tools and the steps aren't the whole story, and that there's some crucial hidden secret that's about to be revealed. It guarantees you'll keep listening.
And that secret, as it turns out, has nothing to do with AI tools. The focus shifts completely away from technology and towards something way more subtle and supposedly way more powerful: human psychology.
And here is the big reveal. The blueprint argues that the real secret isn't what tech you use. It's understanding what makes people click, what makes them watch, and what makes them share. This is positioned as the master key that unlocks everything else.
And this secret isn't left vague. It's broken down into actual tactics you can use. Things like creating irresistible hooks, structuring your videos like stories, and deliberately using emotional levers like FOMO to keep people glued to the screen. It's like a mini masterclass in communication.
To prove the point, they offer up this tangible example. This case study shows how a really simple psychological twist, just asking, what if Iron Man was in India, can be way more effective at getting views than some technically perfect but boring video. Part 5, the urgency and pitch. Okay,
This brings us to the final act, creating a powerful sense of urgency to get you to move.
So, a deadline is introduced. This window of opportunity tactic transforms the choice from should I do this to can I afford to wait? It frames right now as this unique, fleeting moment, and it suggests that if you hesitate, you're going to lose out for good.
And this is the emotional climax of the whole pitch. It moves way beyond logic and targets that deep-seated human fear of regret. This powerful statement isn't just a suggestion to act, it's an emotional warning about the lifelong pain you'll feel if you do nothing.
So, when you step back and you look at the entire structure, the giant promise, the fear of missing out, the secret reveal, and that urgent final push, it leaves you with a final question. Are we looking at a legitimate blueprint for building wealth? Are we actually looking at a perfectly executed masterclass in marketing? That's for you to decide.